There are moments in life when you pray and all you hear is silence. You speak, you wait, you listen, and nothing answers back. No sign, no clear direction, no sudden change, just silence. And that silence can feel heavier than any spoken word. You ask God for guidance because you feel lost. You ask for strength because you feel weak. You ask for clarity because everything feels confusing. But instead of answers, the situation stays the same. The problem remains. The door does not open. And in those moments, a question quietly forms in your heart. God, are you there? But what if God's silence is not rejection? What if it is not distance, punishment, or indifference? What if God's silence is actually preparation? If you are waiting right now, this message is for you. Silence is uncomfortable. It forces us to sit with our thoughts and removes every distraction. When God is silent, our minds often become louder. Doubt starts speaking. Fear starts whispering. And faith feels harder to hold. We begin to wonder if God is listening, if He still cares, or if we did something wrong. We replay our prayers in our minds, questioning our words and our worth. Silence has a way of exposing what is really in our hearts. But the Bible shows us something important. Silence has always been part of God's process. David was anointed king, but he waited years before sitting on the throne. Years of hiding, running, and suffering. During that time, God often seemed silent, but He was shaping David into a leader with humility and dependence. Joseph received a dream from God, but then his life fell apart. Betrayed by his brothers, sold into slavery, forgotten in prison. For years, God said nothing. Yet God was never absent. Silence does not mean God has left. It means He is working quietly, and He has not forgotten you either. While you think nothing is happening, God is working in ways you cannot see. He is shaping your character, strengthening your faith, and preparing your heart. Growth often happens where visibility does not exist. Just like roots grow underground before a tree ever appears, faith is formed in silence before it is revealed in victory. Some of God's greatest work happens in the unseen. You may not feel progress, but that does not mean there is no purpose. Romans 8:28 reminds us that all things work together for good for those who love God. Not just answered prayers, but the waiting, the confusion, and even the silence. Isaiah 55:8 says that God's thoughts are higher than ours. He sees what you cannot see. He understands outcomes you cannot imagine. Sometimes God's silence is protection, sometimes it is preparation, and sometimes it is both at the same time. We live in a world that hates waiting. Everything is instant. But God is not rushed. God is never late. He is intentional. If God gave you today everything you are asking for, would you truly be ready to carry it? Would it draw you closer to Him or pull you away? Sometimes delay is protection. Sometimes waiting is mercy. And sometimes silence is God saying, "Not yet." Ecclesiastes 3:11 says that God makes everything beautiful in its time. Not your time. Not my time. His time. God does not just want to bless you. He wants you to sustain the blessing without losing your peace, your faith, or yourself. Strength is not built in comfort. It is built in waiting. And the faith that survives silence is the faith that endures everything. While you wait, keep praying, even when it feels repetitive. Prayer is not about changing God's mind. It is about aligning your heart with His. Keep giving thanks, even when life feels heavy. Gratitude shifts your focus from what is missing to what remains. Keep doing what is right even when no one notices. Isaiah 40:31 reminds us that those who wait on the Lord will renew their strength. Waiting does not mean doing nothing. It means trusting God even when you do not understand. If God feels silent right now, remember this: silence is not the end of the story. It is often the pause before God moves. God is not ignoring you. He is preparing you. Keep trusting, keep walking, keep believing, because when God speaks, everything will make sense. And when the silence finally breaks, you will realize that God was with you the entire time. If this message encouraged you, stay here. More messages are coming.